Here we go. We're getting into our next series, getting into the quarterfinals. Oh. Here we go. We're getting into the quarterfinals and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner here of Ultra Love. We have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss. He just took down Shin. Ay, ay, ay. It's representing Sentinels. It is a ShoWTimE. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss, representing Virtus Pro. It is a classic. Here we go. Will we cover other games of best 16? I think you're saying if I'm going to cover any of the other round of 16 matches. I mean, they're already done. Round of 16 matches, they're already complete. We only have quarterfinals matches left, and obviously we're going to be following ShoWTimE into a series, and then we'll be heading into the semifinals thereafter. Typically we cast one semis and then the other. Both semis should be casted. As I mentioned, some of the other language casters are currently in Solar versus Max Packs. Currently Solar is up 1-0. He's up 1-0. So best of luck to Solar and Max Packs. They're mid-series. We have our own fresh series instead. Meanwhile, welcome to Ultra Love. Oh, also before I get ahead of myself, if you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we are setting up on the high ground. Again, Ultra Love is unique because it is a map that has a ramp coming into the natural. So in PvP, you can be greedy like this. So Gate, Saber, Expand. Ooh, ShoWTimE going for the Gate Expand. Very greedy from our German Protoss. So this should force a reaction out of Classic. So ShoWTimE is cutting corners. There's the Cybercore, very early expansion. Classic, how does he respond? Does he just submit, and does he go for a later Nexus? Does he go for earlier tech to try to punish? I mean, ShoWTimE, yeah, he pylon blocks. There we go. There's a pylon block. So ShoWTimE, he's forcing tech out of his opponent, and ShoWTimE will be ahead economically. Ooh, Classic goes to the pylon though. Classic does go for the pylon, which means he can go for the shield battery. Can set up shield batteries here. There we go. Shield batteries are on the way. Classic is going for it. He's going for the rush. 2 shield batteries going to be thrown down. 3 shield batteries even. And Classic is chronoing out his adept. He's rushing across the map. He's going to try to break this natural. 4 shield batteries for Classic. ShoWTimE should have his own. ShoWTimE, he should have his own shield batteries. There we go. We have one. This is a late shield battery for ShoWTimE. Yeah, it's a late battery. Bearing in mind that now Classic has shield batteries and ShoWTimE doesn't. And Classic, he will take this fight. Classic zoning him away. Yeah, another shield battery finishes off for Classic. Remember, this is the only shield battery for ShoWTimE, and it's going to go down. Oh. Does have a Stalker, though. Does have a Stalker. Shield batteries under fire. More shield batteries finishing up for Classic. As he gets into the main. Gets into the main base. ShoWTimE, though, he does have his second Stalker. He's holding. Just trying to hold on. Again, Classic has got 1, 2, 3, 4 shield batteries running out of energy. The 5 shield batteries, he's running out. There's the energy overcharge. Overcharge for ShoWTimE. And ShoWTimE, it looks like he's holding. Despite all these shield batteries, they're out of energy. Like Classic, he kind of hold his own, not anymore. He is running out. Remember, still no expansion. And this is a big commitment for Classic. A big commitment. Here we go. Second shield battery for ShoWTimE. Does finish up. Adept gets into the mineral line, but there's a shield battery in the main base as well. ShoWTimE is defending. And ShoWTimE takes the lead. Yeah, ShoWTimE, he does take the lead. I was concerned that his shield batteries were too late, but no. Cool, calm, and collected. Oh, good. We'll lose a probe. We'll lose a couple of workers. But again, this was just so much money invested here. Classic, oh no! Classic comes in with the Oracle. He can hold his own. Okay. Once again, making use of those shield batteries. Takes a lot of damage, though. And shield batteries are going to be depowered. As it does settle, ShoWTimE is still ahead. And Classic is still playing catch-up. And Classic is still playing catch-up here. Double Oracle into the main. ShoWTimE is somewhat in position. Yeah, does earn. Nice setup from ShoWTimE. Leads up the natural. ready the main base, going for the Oracle. Can he get the kill? What a mess! Oh, he does get it. Yeah, better trade for ShoWTimE. Kills the Oracle. One Oracle left. One Oracle remaining. Blink is on the way. ShoWTimE has the larger army as he has Stalkers instead of his opponent, who was warping in the depths, and Zealots. And ShoWTimE claims a third, just getting further ahead. Now, how do you recover in this kind of game state? Now, Classic, he has a couple of options. He could go for another Oracle. He could go for a bit of a Hail Mary play, make another Oracle and go across the map and try to find some more damage. He could go for a Dark Shrine as well. True, he could go for a Gateway Explosion. Already, that's a 4th Gateway on 2 bases. So, Classic is quite committed here. He's building up on 4 Gateways, so he will have more production. And he might go for a 5th Gateway and go for a 2-base all-in. But this probe says otherwise. Classic is going to be expanding. Still has a higher gateway count, so he can be aggressive across the map, but he is expanding. No all-in. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE is setting up defensively back at home, knocking down that tower. Before I get ahead of myself, I do apologize for the delayed shout out, but a big shout out to Warwick in the chat. God, baby God. Thank you so much, Warwick, for subscribing with Twitch Prime for the first time. Thank you, mommy. Thank you. Did happen earlier when everything was popping off, so I do apologize, but thank you so much for subscribing. We do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content, hope you enjoy the casting, hope you enjoy the emotes in the chat and the replay packs as well. You can join our Discord. We do give out replay packs to our subscribers, as long as your Discord is connected to your Twitch. As ShoWTimE has the greater army. Classic should not push into this. ShoWTimE, he's popping up. But it was password. God, baby, God. True. Este password. Este clave. Ay, ay, ay. So far. And behind this, we're taking up. Both players taking up into charge. Both players getting their forges, getting to +1. So far, Classic means trying to be assertive here, but again, ShoWTimE has been ahead the entire game. He's had a faster 3rd base, now a faster 4th base, better saturation at the natural, greater army as a result, and ShoWTimE, he will dominate this fight. In a mirror matchup, outside of going for DTs or Oracles or some kind of harassment option, in a head-on fight, in a straight-up game, Classic should not be able to win this. Unfortunately, it's like, he has to do something more out of the norm here to recover. As he has the same tools as his opponent. I say same tools, actually has worse tools than his opponent. So it's definitely going to be an uphill battle here. Technically, he could try to like out micro and out control ShoWTimE. True. Like there's potential for that. And we're going for the base trade. This is probably the best chance. This is the best chance here for Classic base trade. Base trade it up. And pray back. Let's go. Huh? We're going for the base trade. And again, this is the correct choice for Classic. It is his one and only chance. As they do trade bases. Ooh, does recall. Uh-oh. Classic does recall back home. He will save his natural. His army is split. Classic is supply blocked. As ShoWTimE, I mean, he already has a 4th and now soon to be a 5th. Again, I guess now a 4th expansion. He tries to come in from behind. ShoWTimE has been skipping warp-ins. True. Prism is not quite exposed. We are ShoWTimE collapsing in. Leading up all the zealots. And he's trying to get on top of the stalkers. Again, Zealots do a great job tanking. Do tank well. And from here, ShoWTimE can chase. So ideally we do need extra zealots. Classic is holding his own. He's holding on. A lot of this will come down to the engagements here. Classic tech-wise, he's catching up, so now he has charge dots, now he has Archons as well, so now he can actually hold his own in a fight. At least composition-wise. Numbers are still in favor of ShoWTimE. Just because of the early game, just because of the economy. All been in favor of ShoWTimE. As he's still on a 4-base setup, and Classic just now getting his own 4th. And technically, all ShoWTimE has to do is deny the 4th base. If he can just deny the 4th base time and time and time again, he can just stay ahead and maintain his lead, max out, and then overwhelm. As ShoWTimE, he does go for a Zealot run by, getting into the middle line. His Observer does confirm the 4th expansion. So ShoWTimE knows there's no rush. He knows that there is no rush. He can just chill, calm down, and max out. And he's about to max. He's almost there. And here it is. Now it's go time. I should say now it's ShoWTimE. True. It's it's time to commit. ShoWTimE, he can afford more inefficient trades as well. He's going in. Yeah, he's going in for the expansion. Classic out of position. The base is going to go down. Classic tries to engage. And from here, the Zealots just melt. Yeah, Zealots are melting. The Archons are exposed. As ShoWTimE, he will completely overwhelm the army. And again, it all just came down to the opener, just came down to the rough start for Classic. He started from behind, he stayed behind. And with that, ShoWTimE will completely overwhelm. GG gets called, and ShoWTimE takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG well played. Again, a solid start there for ShoWTimE. Again, he was able to get the faster natural base, and Classic was trying to punish him. He was trying to abuse him with the shield batteries. Remember, he had 5 shield batteries at the natural base of ShoWTimE, but they very quickly ran out of energy. Very quickly, he was not able to maintain himself. He wasn't able to kill enough probes. Thankfully, ShoWTimE had a shield battery in his main base, so every time we saw Classic shade into the main base with his Adept, the Adept wasn't really getting any damage. He wasn't really getting any damage, so ShoWTimE was able to just have or maintain a stronger economy from the beginning. He was able to shut down the Oracle, kill the first Oracle as well, and snowball out of control. Just snowball from there. GG, well played. Again, in that kind of game state, it's just really, really difficult to be in Classic shoes. You have to go for something more drastic, like Dark Templar, like Oracle Harass, like Zealot run-bys, Stalker counterattacks. Otherwise, there's just no way to be able to overwhelm your opponent because it's a mirror matchup, right? Because your opponent has the same tools as you. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting to our next game, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Leylines, we have the German Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss leading the series 1-0, representing Sentinels, and 1 game away from advancing onto the semifinals. It is ShoWTimE. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss player himself, representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. The other hope is potentially trying to force mistakes out of your opponent, of course, with counterattacks, with run-bys. Hope that you can out-control your opponents as well, or out-position. Like, there's definitely smaller ways there to kind of get an edge over your opponent. In the end, ShoWTimE was solid. And now we're getting into game 2. Now, welcome one and all to Leylines. Leylines, as opposed to Ultra Love, does not have a ramp. So there's no ramp coming into natural, so we're expecting standard openers. That we go 2-gate opener out of ShoWTimE, 2-gate opener out of Classic. Remember, last game, ShoWTimE went for a gate expand, and Classic went for a gate Cybercore into Stargate into delayed expansion, but these builds that we saw in the last game were heavily dependent on the map. Like, maps play a big role when it comes to openers in PvP, or specifically maps with ramps coming into the natural. So here we have just standard 2-gate openers, so far mirrored openers, and so far second pile. Who is it? Hopefully everything's okay. Did see a freeze for a moment there. Everything's okay on our side. But ShoWTimE, he is going for a second pylon in the main base, so he's playing standard. Meanwhile, Classic, he will hide his second pylon, going for the proxy. And ShoWTimE knows. ShoWTimE with his scouting probe, he scouts, he sees, he's counting pylons. You can see he's double checking. You can see he's looking for the pylon. He knows it's missing. So ShoWTimE, he knows it's missing, and it's going to be a 1-base all-in and proxy robo out of Classic. So 1 base all in from our blue Protoss player, it's all or nothing. ShoWTimE, it's on him to determine, is it a proxy robo? Is it a proxy Stargate? Is it a proxy gateway? Is it a pylon on its own? Is it a fake proxy instead? So you can see ShoWTimE is scouting. So he's checking the northern locations. This is a common location for a proxy Stargate. So he's checking for Stargates. He is checking. Meanwhile, we have the Adepts moving out through the center. Yeah, you can see he's scouting behind his own natural mineral line. Checks the center location. And ShoWTimE does open up Stargate on 1 base, which means he can make defensive Void Rays. Void Rays, they have their place in early game PvP. They can be decent defensive units. They're not as good as Immortals, but they have their place. They're okay. ShoWTimE, he gets across the map and he confirms no base. Yeah, no expansion. And where's the Void Ray? What's going on with the Stargate? Yeah, Adepts, they get into the middle line. 1, 2, 3 probes going down already, getting to 4 probe kills. And now we have the Oracle on the way. A late attack here from ShoWTimE. And Classic is going in. Classic is going in. Unfortunately, ShoWTimE, it was just a late scout to realize what was going on. Now he's aware. Immortals on the way. Prism into the main. ShoWTimE still has an economic edge over his opponents, but not as large as it otherwise should be. He has to rebuild those probes. Rebuilding workers, making shield batteries. Oracle does get across the map. We do not have safety shield battery, but there are defensive warpins. So Classic is ready. Classic deflects. ShoWTimE, instead of going for Void Ray production, he's going for a robo, so he's going for Immortals. And it's going to take a long time for the first Immortal to pop out. So he's going to have delayed Immortal production. Again, that Stargate is hurting him. Stargate is hurting ShoWTimE. Gateway goes down. ShoWTimE down to 1 gate. ShoWTimE trying to make a stand. Second Immortal has arrived. The 2 Immortals. Trying to bully back the army. Prism has arrived so we can juggle the units. Gateway's almost gone down. And it does fall. Yeah, 0 gates left. So 0 warp-ins. What you see is what you get. Immortal just now beginning. We have one gateway on the way. Oracle does take down one of the pylons. Does find the proxy. I say, bit of miscontrol there. Does not save the Stalkers. Stalkers are going down. Immortals, they just break through. Yeah, the Immortals, they overwhelm. Classic is going for the kill. Takes down the pylons. Depowers one of the shield batteries. Immortal has arrived. The boys, no, they're trying to be pulled. We need the boys. And ShoWTimE is being overwhelmed. He's being overwhelmed. He's down to 1 Stalker, 1 Immortal. Now we get the Phoenix on the way. Boys are being pulled. And Classic should have enough. Yeah, GG gets called. Classic overwhelms. And Classic ties up the series. We are going to the ace match. GG. We're going to the ace match. Unfortunately, the Stargate opener did hurt ShoWTimE. Remember, ShoWTimE, unfortunately, he was scouting the top side. He did not scout the south side, so it was a late realization of what was happening. In the end, he opted not to go into Void Race. He tried to go for a Robo defense, but because he opened Stargate instead of Robo, that meant that his Robo was delayed. It was a late Robo. It was a late Robo, late production. GG. GG, well played. As we're setting up here for our next match. Do our players want to be here? Sorry, do our casters want to be here? As we have an update, as Max takes down Solar 2-1, Cure takes down Beyond 2-1, and we have Max versus Cure in the lower semis. So congratulations to Max, he knocked Solar out of the tournament. Hero takes down Rogue 2-1, so Hero does advance on to the semis, so we have PvTs in the lower half and a PvP in the upper half, and I don't know if Cure and Max are going to be waiting for us. Hopefully they are. Here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the German Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing Protoss Pro. It is Classic. Here we go. Ooh, okay, a very intense series so far. Very intense. We've seen Greed out of ShoWTimE in Game 1 to kind of overwhelm. We saw Hyper Aggression out of Classic in Game 2. Coming into Game 3, what's it going to be? What is it going to be? As so far, we do have mirrored openers. Eyes are on this probe. Hello. As now it looks like it's ShoWTimE's turn to proxy. The probe is going to be rallied here towards a very common proxy Stargate location. Unfortunately, it's common, so there's a higher chance of Classic scouts here. Oh, hello. Both players are hiding their probes. Okay, so both players are going to be throwing their pylons outside of their main. So proxy pylon out of ShoWTimE, and we should be seeing a proxy pylon out of Classic. Now, again, this location is either a fake proxy pylon or a proxy Stargate. This location could be a very real proxy Robo. So we'll see if Classic commits or if it's a fake out. You can see ShoWTimE double back. Pylon is done, and the Stargate is... Well, I'm assuming it's a Stargate, but we'll see. Cybercore is now finishing. And yep, there it is, Stargate. So proxy Stargate out of ShoWTimE. Proxy Robo out of Classic. As we mentioned, this location is designed to all in. This location is not. This location is designed to get economic damage. Now, we're going to be in a really weird game state. Proxy Robo versus Proxy Stargate. As we mentioned, Classic is all in. ShoWTimE is not. But it's going to be a weird game state because if ShoWTimE can get the Oracle into the mineral line, he can cripple the economy and he could kill Classic, at least economically, in the main. The downside, of course, is that defensively, he won't really have much to work with. He can try to make Void Rays and recall them back home, or make Oracles and recall them back home. They're not going to be ideal defensively. A lot of this will come down to the Oracle and how much damage it deals. Zedep's moving out. Oracle's on the way. So is the Immortal. Now, Classic, he didn't scout the main, true. He did not scout the main way, so he doesn't know that the pylon is missing. And let's move in. A couple of probes going to be going down. Here comes the Oracle, and so far we just see ShoWTimE trying to distract, but Classic, he has two Stalkers. Yeah, two Stalkers and a Sentry in the main. So this Oracle shouldn't do game-ending damage. And if it doesn't do game-ending damage, then I do favor Classic instead. Adepts, they try to break in. It's going to be 5 dead workers. That Epstein getting even more damage done. Nicely done. Getting 7 probes. Here comes the Immortal. 8 probe kills. I mean, that is substantial. Is that enough, though? As the Immortal's just pulling its way through. Going for the pylon. Oh, going for the Stalker. Some delicate micro here from Classic. Does take a little bit of hull damage. The Prism is on the way. The Oracle races back home. ShoWTimE is making a defensive robot, but again, Immortal production is going to be delayed for ShoWTimE. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu to game 2. Classic is moving in. And he's going for the gateways. He's going for the gates. Prism is on the way. Again, we need that Immortal. So far, there are 3 shield bars behind this and a sentry. So ShoWTimE should be able to hold on here. He should be able to hold. He does have the better economy. Doesn't get caught by the force field. Prism is out. And we're even making that sentry that much faster. Sorry, that Phoenix that much faster as well. Phoenix is on the way. The Phoenix is going to be a big moment here for ShoWTimE. Does try to force field. Oh, nice shots here on the Adept. Shots are going up. Second gateway's under fire. As the Phoenix has right, which means we can lift one of the Immortals. He does lift. Yeah, he does go for the lift. One Immortal goes down. Very nice pickup. There's still two Immortals left. 2 Immortals remaining. But a strong start here for ShoWTimE. Ooh, he'll lose the Stalker. Behind this, he has 1 gateway already up and running. ShoWTimE can soon go for another lift. Soon. Was deflected, gets 2 probe kills. I mean, ShoWTimE is looking much better than last game. I mean, his setup is just better. Nice control. Control has been solid. ShoWTimE is holding onto the ramp. He's also ensuring that there is no expansion. And this entire time, ShoWTimE has had the better economy. Devs, they do distract. Cause a distraction. There's still only 1 Phoenix, so we go. Second Phoenix is on the way. Using the force field. Doesn't get any Stalkers. Does go for the lift. He's trying to go for the dive. Not so sure if he can. The Immortal barely goes down. He barely gets 1 Immortal. Devs say commit. He's committing in. Nice save from ShoWTimE. Oh my god, does juggle back. Yeah, he juggles back and he does preserve those Immortals. Oh, 1 Immortal goes down. And the Classic, has he done it? The boys are being pulled. Oh no! Yeah, a bit of miscontrol and another Immortal goes down. 2 Immortals left. Down to 2 Immortals. Phoenix goes to the lift. ShoWTimE holds. Yeah, ShoWTimE, he does barely hold on. Here comes the warp in. It's so close. Prism goes down. There goes the Warp Prism. Unfortunately, a little bit late. And Classy gets into the mineral line. Does get in. With the juggling here, ShoWTimE will clean this up. He's using so many probes. So many workers go down. On the one hand, ShoWTimE does hold, but he's down to 12 workers. Back at him, Classic, he has almost double the economy, double the worker count. Again, if ShoWTimE was able to deny that warp in, then maybe, but he had no Stalkers. He had no Stalkers. He had no anti-air support for his Phoenix. Ooh, speaking of though, does recall. Does recall back home. And Classic, through sheer warpins and economy, he might just have too much. Where we gets depowered, but again, the army is in favor of Classic. As ShoWTimE has to get the hell out of here. ShoWTimE is trying to race back home. We do see Classic with intercept. No, the sentries. Sentries are getting caught out. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go for the force field. There's the recall. Okay, nice save. Does recall back home. Classic just expands. Oof. Prism gets away. And this is what the Classic has to do, just expand. Just expand. He has map control. He has a greater army. He's just containing ShoWTimE. And Classic has done it. As the game goes longer, it's going to get better and better for Classic. Oh. We got some nice force fields. But alas, Classic does get away. Now, ShoWTimE could maybe make some oracles. There's no shield battery. True, no shield. There's actually nothing. There's nothing at home. If ShoWTimE makes another oracle, he could pop off with across the map. He's going across with the prism instead. I mean, regardless, right? Like, he can find some damage. Remember, recall's on cooldown. Classic, he recalled the War Prism earlier. So, Classic does not have a recall, but he does have warpins. Oh, going for the gateways. Powers through gates. He can chase down the stalkers. Remember, there's no shield battery in the main base. Gets a stalker. Gets one and gets two. These are efficient trades here for ShoWTimE. Doesn't lose anything. Doesn't lose anything. He does force Classic back home, but Classic is still in a better place. He's still in a better position. ShoWTimE needs more. And suddenly ShoWTimE's all in. ShoWTimE has no expansion. He only has 16 probes. It's all or nothing for ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE, can he force field the ramp? Oh no, he can't get in. Yeah, he cannot get in. That was his one Hail Mary play. He could try to push in here and try to force field as well, but now there are 3 shield batteries and so many force fields to buy time. Such a sentry heavy army. And ShoWTimE shouldn't be able to break this. He should not break this position. Not pushing into 3 shield batteries. Oh, barely does get saved. And with that, you can see ShoWTimE's army just plummeting. Yeah, losing too many sentries, too many stalkers, too much of his gateway composition. His army's being thinned out. And Classic is overwhelming. Again, it was an intense game. But GG gets called. GG gets called. Classic, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very, very intense series here between ShoWTimE and Classic. Went all the way to the ace match here. ShoWTimE had his own strong moments. I will say that he had a better setup here in Game 3 compared to Game 2, but we saw that he unfortunately was unable to get his sentries back home. That's the downside of proxying your Stargate, is your reinforcements are so delayed. I said sentry, so I meant to say Phoenix. I kept saying sentry instead of Phoenix. Phoenix is to engage. He couldn't deny the warpin, couldn't deny the war prism until it was too late. We saw that Classic barely broke his way up the ramp into the main base. It was very close though, very close, very intense. GG, well played. GG, well played, as Classic does claim the series, and now we're going all the way to the semifinals. Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the back yourselves. Let us head on over and catch up on the bracket.